Hi, y'all.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. So, another episode of Bullshit with Bubba. Uh, we're going to talk a little bit. I'm Bubba. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it's me. So, we're going to talk a little bit
And who
about
am I?
this is the beautiful and wonderful boss lady, or as I like to call my way better half.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
it works.
yeah.
So anyway, appreciate you. Watch it again. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. The kid usually says this part, so forgive me. I'm still learning. There's a few things she's got to learn me on here, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
So we're talking about what we did this week. Um, had a little adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went to a little show. Seen a lot of cool things. We're gonna bring in the shop. So
We're on
we're on
location.
location. Yes, we are. If I could figure out how to flip this around, I'd show you. We're sitting watching the sunset on a river somewhere in America. So yeah, yeah.
Not the Gulf of America,
No,
but
no, no. This river leads into the ocean. You know that big
it
salty
does.
seawater? Yeah, it leads into the ocean. So,
Yes. Just not the Gulf of America.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, the Atlantic Ocean, but I guess all rivers lead to the ocean.
Mm,
Anyway,
yeah.
so we took a little road trip, went to a show, had a little bit of fun, and met a lot of great people. Looked a lot of really, really cool stuff and some stuff that we're probably going to do. Maybe like some reviews, maybe do some videos on if you guys think you'd like to see that. Maybe, being a boss lady or, one of the girls, or we might even let somebody like Chiefy or somebody come out and play too. But, take some of the things out that we've got coming in and uh, try them out, Yeah. Rough part of the job, if you will. So,
Well, we want to sample new things and we want to, you know, just make sure that we're doing some product testing so that we know what we're talking about when we're selling stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And if we
So,
recommend it to somebody that, it's pretty good
yeah,
stuff and it's not just, some beardy fat guy saying, hey, this is cool,
yeah,
but it'll really, get it out and be cool. I don't
yeah.
know if, uh, I don't know. What was the coolest thing that you've seen this week?
Mm, I don't know. We had some pretty cool stuff. You know, we got to go in January also to an archery show, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we saw a lot of neat things at both shows.
Yep. Yep.
Um, one of the really neat things in January was the thermal scope that
Yep.
we saw,
Yep.
and
It was actually night vision and thermal all in one.
yeah,
So it
so
was it was really cool. We're trying to run that down a little bit and get it out. And
yeah,
I don't know how we would test on that one, being that it's at night and it's not really good for seeing all this in the dark. I mean, maybe that's the way you want to see it because it would be less torture, but yeah, not not so much for seeing the beautiful beard footage, so to speak. So so um,
but I think at this show, um, I think there were a lot of nice. Can I say GUNS?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, so you're not allowed to say anything foul in the first 45 seconds is the rule of thumb, so to speak. So yeah, so there was a lot of firearms. We
Yeah,
could say that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I think there's some new
Wait a minute.
guns. Oh.
Firearms. There
There
you
you
go.
go. fitting for the moment.
Fitting. Yeah.
But we saw a lot of, new guns, or not new guns, but well, they are new guns, but
Yeah.
new to us, and
Right.
not knowing that they existed. But it gives us options in our shop for people from on all spectrums, from
Yeah.
the lower end of cost to,
The
the
really
higher.
cool bougie stuff too,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I think we'd have to circle back around to one of them other videos, but I think that bougie word works. I think that was something on one of those too. So if it wasn't, I'm sure that that's something that the kids have introduced into my language, and I'm going to use it whether whether it's the right way to use it or not. So
And I'm having to hold this because it's not working well on my shirt. So just so you guys know.
I
Um,
tried to get her to wear a hat, but she says I'm the only one that needs to cover up 8 pounds of ugly. So, which I agree with, you know. So,
I didn't say that, but
no, she didn't.
um, but we also get to meet a lot of great people,
Mm-hmm.
learn things about the industry that we didn't know. One of the main firearm manufacturers was there, and he actually let us in on a little piece of information about the ammunition that they build and make. And um, it's a hunting round that we didn't know that they only produce every 2
Yeah,
years.
they only make a run of it. So, a lot of the stuff people find that they have a lot of trouble finding, because we get this question a lot, and we're going to do an episode eventually on crazy things that people say when they come in, because every once in a while you get a question that comes out of left field, and it makes the belt squeak, and like I'm like, I don't know. So we took the opportunity to ask the question to some of these people, and honestly, if I could have figured out how to record all this without having a big boom hanging out here, and all that jazz, I would have. But yeah, so some of the ammunition, like I guess that you would call it, I don't know, older maybe, not like you know stuff that's not necessarily mainstream now, as far as you know uh
Not the
9
popular.
millimeter and 45 auto, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's not as popular, and you know they only run it once every other year.
Yeah.
So if you're having trouble finding something, I guess the thing is don't despair, because they will make it eventually.
Yeah, like the
And
410
yeah,
that
410, and
has
yeah,
started coming
yeah,
back, and
yeah,
but there for a little while it was
yeah,
scarce.
yeah,
But we also were told at another show that there's a reason for that.
yeah,
There's a reason that they don't make 410 like they do 12 gauge, 20 gauge, those ones that are more popular. Obviously, they're going to make those first.
hmm yeah.
But 410 is also harder, takes longer. You wouldn't think that, but because it's a smaller round, it is a little more difficult for them, or a little more time consuming.
Yeah, it's the same
And
process to load shot shell for
yes,
shot shell, shot shell or shot shell. Say that 3 times real fast. Um, but yeah, so they have to kind of slow it down, not run it as much, and
yeah,
so they don't get as much production. And I get it. They're at the end of the day, they're like everybody else. They go to work, make money, and you gotta make what you can make. So that don't
yes,
make it easier for anybody, but that's the
right.
way it works. But uh,
But what we thought was a popular caliber for them to make in our state where we live, it's used as a hunting round. And he told us, and we learned that they don't make it but every other year.
yeah, yeah,
And we're like, oh,
makes sense.
that is why we don't see it a lot.
But there again, that's stuff that um, they're not chambering new guns in every day, and it's not
Right.
like they're making all these new 6.5 Creedmoors, 6 millimeter arc, and you know 400 Legend, and those are so hot and so popular
The
that they're
300 or
they're
360
Buckhammer,
Buckhammer.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and so
those.
they're coming out with that. But we did say, and this is a lot of teasing, um, but we did get some really good, cool stuff that we seen, and we're going to try to get, whether we get it through whichever our boys we work with, and you know how you are, and we love you, both of you, a whole lot. So we have to go.
Mm,
We spent a couple days with our one dude, and we had a wonderful time with him, and
we
you know
can't say enough
we can't.
about either of them. I
No,
mean,
no, and we hope.
we're very thankful,
Yep,
very
very thankful,
blessed.
very blessed.
Yeah.
And we're going to go hang with our other buddy in July, I believe. I think he said it was July. So we're going to go hang with him and see what kind of new stuff that he can show us then,
Yep.
and do it again. But um, so I think you never did answer what you thought the coolest thing was that you seen.
Sorry. Yeah.
Got so
There's
sidetracked. Yeah.
there's a lot at each show, but I would say there's this really cool handgun that is in rose gold.
I knew that's where you was going.
And it's an awesome gun. It's
We will test it.
yeah,
We're gonna do a video on it,
yeah,
because believe it or not, I thought it was pretty cool too. I'd have one. I
yeah,
mean, it's rose gold on rose gold,
yeah,
trimmed in rose gold,
yeah.
and
It's an awesome gun.
I'm like, yeah, cool, smooth. Um, you know, um, it's 9 millimeter, correct?
Correct.
Yep, 9 millimeter. Um, heck, we can go ahead and say it. It's a double stack 9 millimeter, in a 1911 configuration. So some people call it a 2011. I don't know. I still call it a 1911, but I'm just a gun guy. It is what it is. you know, um, so it's ridiculously cool. Ported
Yeah.
barrel, smooth as silk.
Fluted, right? The barrel.
I don't know if it's fluted. I know it is ported on the rose gold, um,
I
and
believe
it's
it
one of
is.
the exclusive ones too. Um,
Our
so
supplier.
yeah, so like each one of our distributors, suppliers, whatever you want to say, has their things that are you know exclusive to them.
Yeah.
Certain colors, certain little tricked out configurations, and this rose gold in this one is you know just for them. It's a little bit higher end. We're talking, you know, almost $1,500 retail. But
But man,
man, I tell you, sometimes you got to step up.
yeah.
I'm a firm believer, in the get comfortable with the everyday, what you could afford kind of gun. And I don't step out for the expensive guns personally very often, but this one, it's got the want tos for me. I
Hmm.
mean, I really do. And if you don't like the rose gold, it does come in black or shiny chrome.
Hmm.
And, aside from camouflage, chrome is my favorite color.
Yeah.
So, it's it's whatever you think.
I think that, yeah.
You're good.
No,
No, you turned it off.
because the stupid little button.
I'm sorry. You want to just lean in close, baby.
I'm sure they don't want to see that.
So you can't do that with just you can't do that with just any guest. I'm just
You
saying.
could have done it with Chiefy last week,
Well, I
but
could have, but you know,
I
You know
don't
how
know.
them guys are. Wow. Watch it. Yeah. So next thing
Spend
you
a
need to be giving me like
right.
a a donut to wear. So all
Yeah.
that jazz. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I think the coolest thing that I seen. Um, well, let me tell you, my favorite thing about the show, peach cobbler. Oh my gosh, we had peach cobbler for lunch, and it was good. And I'm like, I'm gonna get me some of that and try it. And I'm just gonna say, Grandma could make peach cobbler, but
Wow.
this peach cobbler, yeah, yeah. Believe it or not, the big boy went back for seconds. So, yeah. And then the cheesy grits, that was probably my, the garlic cheesy grits for breakfast the
S-
next morning.
So
That was my second favorite.
you're letting it out, right? Where we
Well, well, you kind of tease it out. So,
peaches and grits.
peaches and
Hmm.
grits, we might not be in Kansas anymore. I'm just saying.
And we didn't
Well,
take that wrong turn at
we didn't. Nope.
Albuquerque.
No, didn't take a
No,
road turn in Albuquerque. So yeah,
we
we
made
didn't even go that way.
yeah, but we are sitting on the back porch of our unit.
It's about 75 degrees.
Yep, and
And yeah, we
it's
went
pretty
down
awesome.
today and done the touristy thing and walked along the beach holding hands.
Yep.
I did not skip, just in case you're wondering. I thought about it. I was pretty happy.
But we did draw a heart
We did.
in the sand.
It took a ussy or two.
We did.
Yeah, right. So
Yep.
we ate seafood.
Yeah.
May have drank a beer or two. So, but anyway, yeah. So I think my favorite thing was um, the lever action AR.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's two things that
Or
really don't go together, but it is a lever action. It's an AR upper, okay, with a. It's kind of an AR lower, but they put a rifle stock on it, regular rifle stock on it, and made it lever action.
yeah,
And it's
super sweet.
pretty slick, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, the first thing I picked it up, and I'm like, cowboy baby, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm like,
Mhm.
if I could have walked across the aisle and get one of them under barrel mount flamethrowers, I'd be ready for the zombie apocalypse or whatever else came my way. I'm just saying. So
He legit did a double take and like stopped.
well, see, here's the thing. In full disclosure, laying right on the table underneath of it, okay, is a Derringer about this long, okay, 45 410,
Yep.
and it is the Trump 47 Derringer, and it
45.
45, but it's for
I
Trump
know.
47. Stay with me,
Yep.
okay, and it actually has a holster that comes with it with the presidential seal, a
Yep.
gold presidential seal on it, and I'm like,
It's
ooh, Daddy wants one of them
it's
too.
shiny.
Yeah.
It's cool, and it makes you think.
America.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm like,
I'm
if I
really.
had this at the range and a half a pound of bacon, there would be bald eagles landing, and you know what I mean? Probably, retrieve my targets for me, bring them back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it was cool. It was
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So,
It was cool. That was honestly almost our last stop there,
yeah, we
and
were leaving. Funny story. So,
leaving.
leaving. We was leaving 3 times, and we're like, oh, wait a minute, got to get one of those. Wait a minute, can I touch that? Wait a minute, what's that?
Yeah,
So it's
very
like,
cool.
we're not walking through again.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and it wasn't all my fault. I'm just saying something mine. I, you know,
Let's just say that we even each other out. I'll
Right.
just say that.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Okay.
I like to I like to buy things and I like to look at cool things. Well, I should say I like to buy things for the shop and I like to look at cool things. But my thing is I try to figure out what you guys want and try to figure out what would be good that I think would be good to sell to you because I don't want you to come back hating me because you bought something you don't like. Not to say that there's anything out there that's necessarily bad, but some are more gooder than others.
More gooder.
More gooder. More gooder. By the way, like I told a guy yesterday, he's like, "So, what you been talking about, or what are you going to start talking about on this podcast?" And I said, "Well, I don't know, but I can tell you one thing. We're going to talk a little bit about respecting the Second Amendment while we abuse the First. So,
So from now on,
yeah, we respect the Second and
abuse the First.
Yep. So, yeah, sounds
Yeah.
like a disclosure in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
And a warning. Maybe.
and a warning. Yeah. I mean, if you like it, you know what to do. If you don't, sorry, we'll try better. So,
yeah,
got a little bug trying to get in my eye.
Yeah.
I don't need any hitchhikers.
No.
We are leaving you here. So,
but I'd like to talk a little bit about blessings as
Yep.
far as this goes.
Yep.
You talked a little bit about the beginning of our business on the first episode of Bullshitting with Bubba. And, I think part of that needs to be touched on again. Because I just feel like I feel like people need to understand part of the reason, or one of the biggest part of the reasons that we started this podcast, and why we kept being asked to do it. We're not professionals, or we don't really know what we're doing, but
and nobody's told us to stop yet, so we must be doing okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But just even this weekend, it was a true testament to the blessings that we are provided, and we are so thankful. God is so good to us, and we're so thankful. I know. Just a side note, like we were
little distracted. No, we're not bird hunting. That was a mosquito that come through there.
Come on now.
Yeah.
But we were on the pier today, and there's birds everywhere, and then and I'm like, on both sides of us, like the birds are.
First thing she said to me when we walked up on this pier was, "Don't get any bird poop on you, or you're not riding back with me." And I'm like, "Babe, I'm not gonna get into bird poop," but I do have a tendency to get dirty pretty easy. A lot of times it's the front of my shirt. I don't know what that's all about, but I've always been the kind of person that I could wear white in a clean room and come out with dirt on it somewhere. I just,
That's true.
But
Very
yeah,
true.
we got sidetracked. It happens.
We were on the pier, and as we get on the pier, there's like all these birds perched on the sides, and they're just staring at you like, "I'm gonna get you," and
well, it's kind of like this.
Yeah.
They just watch you with that one eye.
It is. And
brings a whole new meaning. I'm keeping an eye on you. It's like,
for sure.
Yeah.
But I like bird watching. I love birds as far as I think they're interesting.
Now, wait a minute. You love them at a distance.
Okay, let me finish.
Okay.
But I love to bird watch at a distance.
Yeah.
Don't want them near me. Their poop freaks me out. They freak me out. And so I'm like, he kept trying to, like, he was walking toward these birds. I'm like, dude, they're going to come at you.
They're around people all the time. I was just going to see if I could pet one. I mean, I was holding
No.
my hand out going,
Yeah. Yeah.
come here, come
He's
here.
inviting them. I'm like, I'm telling you, it comes at me, I'm going to throw you over the pier.
Yeah, yeah.
But so we're headed back off the pier, and all of a sudden, I mean, he's way on the other side, and he just starts to take off. And where does he head? Not even provoked, right at my head. And I'm freaking out.
He landed about 5 feet from her on this rail.
And the guy across from us, walking towards us, just busts out laughing. I'm like, well, I'm glad I was entertainment for someone.
Yeah. And then so she stops,
And I'm like,
and, here I am talking to this bird again, and he's,
yeah.
out the side, and so, sorry. And so, I'm like, come here, little bird, come here, little bird. And he must not like the way I was talking, because he pitched off this rail like he was
Straight
committing
down.
suicide. Didn't put no wings out or nothing, just like gone. And he got right down and took off. And I'm like, man, I thought he's going to end it all, because I was talking to him. I didn't talk you down. Come back, Frank. Come back. It's okay.
Yeah. So then we go and we think, oh, we're going to have dinner. Sitting there on a porch, similar to this.
Eat seafood.
Eating seafood.
Go figure.
Mahi, the best. Anyway, so we're sitting there and we're enjoying, and they've kind of got it enclosed just to keep the breeze off of you, whatever. All of a sudden, here's this flippin' bird that flies in there. I'm
right by us.
Oh, by my head, like inches. And I'm like, what is the deal?
Like, I don't know, but if he comes after my deep fried oysters, we're going to fight.
Yeah.
I'll cut
But they named him.
Yeah, she was calling him.
She was calling him something.
Yeah, I think it was Frank again.
No.
You got to be wary of anyone that names a bird Frank. I'm just saying.
She shoot him off, and he got out of there.
Anyway. You're getting way too familiar with it if you're naming it like Frank or Bob or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But, sorry, we got off track about our blessings, but it just, all these bugs, it brought it up. So, anyway. But we do have a lot of blessings, a lot of great people in our lives. Every day, people walk through our door in our little shop, actually from all over the world, because we are in a touristy area.
Right.
And we meet so many wonderful people.
Yeah.
Even though a lot seems to go on out in this world, a lot of bad stuff, and people don't seem
very good if you believe, like, I guess, the narrative that you see on the news and stuff all the time. But man, I'm telling you, there's
such good people.
Yeah.
And they go the extra mile for you. We have customers who have become family, really.
We call them members of our Bubba family.
Yes.
If you come around enough, you'll figure it out. We're gonna start cutting up, joking with you.
We pick on each other.
Yeah, if we see you at the Walmart or wherever, it's just like we're standing talking to you in the shop. It ain't no different, because that's how we are. We're not any different anywhere you see us.
Yeah.
So.
And the one guy, the reason I kind of bring this up is because we met so many great people down here, and the one guy is from Pennsylvania, and he's trying to come over and lease some property where we are from and hunt. And he was like, dude, I'll stop by on my way, and I'll be at your shop. And and we stood there for 45 minutes just chit-chatting about hunting and what we like, and
that's why it takes us a while to get through these shows too.
Yeah.
I think.
True. But but it's like these people are legitimately gonna, like, when they say they're stopping or they're gonna come by and visit, they do.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of them say that,
Yeah.
and especially this show, but, and we've had a couple shows before that we did. We didn't get to talk to him, but, this time, but we seen a guy that we seen at a show, a few years ago, and, kinda waved and said hi and kept going. We didn't get to talk to him, but yeah, so,
One of
you
the gun
yeah,
manufacturers,
one of
yeah.
the gun guys, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, "I don't know, is that him?"
Yeah.
Because where we talked to him, it was after hours, we'll just say that, so, yeah, I was a
But,
little tired and ready
yeah,
for bed, so
but we just have so many blessings and we can't count them enough and just say that we're so thankful for everyone
yeah,
who helps us make everything possible that we do, that we've built this business practically from nothing,
yep,
and it's going places, and we're just thankful for it. Um, and we just think that God has a purpose for it.
mhm,
We firmly believe that. Um, and we just want to touch people's lives uh, and do what we can. And if that's with our, us being this small little place, these not so important people, but we can make an impact, you know,
yeah.
and especially in this day and time.
Yeah, and
So,
that and everybody has that ability. You just have to see it.
sure.
You know, we we had this discussion. Got this, and this bug is like after me. I must smell good or something. But anyway, we had this discussion yesterday with a
One of
gentleman and
this.
a couple reps.
Hmm.
We was all kind of outside, sitting on the porch taking a break, and everybody talking at the place we was at, and we just how much or let's see how do I want to say this kind of how how strange God works in strange ways. You heard, he works in mysterious ways, and he does.
Yeah.
And you gotta see it. You gotta, it might not always be you. It's like the song. You can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need.
Hmm.
And we we always think that we're well, not always, but we always try to think we know what we're doing in each and everything every day, and the next thing you know, something different comes along, and there you are, and it works out better than what you thought you had planned before.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
don't don't miss the forest because you're looking at the trees.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And don't think that you're in control
No, you're not.
because you're not.
You're not. No,
No,
no.
we have learned so much about that, starting our business in prime of COVID and just,
Yeah,
I mean, so many hurdles, right, that
right,
have
right.
happened, but we still are here and people, you guys make this business happen and bring what our I don't know how to say it, but you help it be that way,
Yeah.
and we're just thankful for it. I mean,
Hmm.
we
Yeah.
we just can't say that enough, and we've just wanted to kind of do this session to just say thank you because of all the blessings we've seen, extra little blessings this weekend that we've seen, and
Yeah.
um, it just makes us want to say thank you and just kind of bring it to you. I don't know, on here, I guess,
Right.
because we don't get a I mean, we say thank you to everybody who leaves our shop, whether they've bought something or not,
Right.
because at least they, came in our door gave us the opportunity.
Right.
They didn't have to. They could keep driving down the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I kind of think that's what we wanted to do this time, just because
Yeah.
we're on location.
Right.
We're
And like
remote.
right. And like we was talking with the guys yesterday, to kind of circle back around to that thought we had a minute ago. Sorry, I hear a boat coming. I get distracted when these big boats go by. But which does take much sometimes. But anyway, like I told the guy yesterday, I said, um, it's kind of crazy to think back to 4 years ago when you would, call up and say, "Hey, what do you got?" And they're like, "I ain't got nothing today." And you might go all week and not get nothing. And then you come to these shows and, you try to plan out what you're getting and, sit and think, well, man, I wish I had more money to spend because I could have more stuff at the shop tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of difference in 4 years. Well, almost five. I guess May will be five. But it's a lot of difference in, less than 5 years from, what it was. And I think things are, just going to keep getting better and better for all of us.
Yeah.
Not just in the business world, not, not just financially, but I think personally. And, once again, we're just so thankful for our Bubba's family. We love y'all. I mean,
Yeah.
we might pick on
Absolutely.
you, but we love you, and we really mean that.
Yeah.
So,
We do.
from the bottom of our
Genuinely.
heart. So,
Genuinely,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah,
But I think that, they tried so hard during the COVID time to make us separate from one another that I think people have realized, you know what? Nah, we're
nah,
not
we're
doing
not gonna
that.
do it.
And, they sit and want to have a conversation. We enjoy each other. I mean, that's what God created us to do, is to gather and be together, not
Yeah,
be separate. We're not supposed to be separate. So, um, we just we just wanted to come on here today and, you know, let you hear us blabber, but
yeah. I have a couple other things. Uh, so many things happen over the last couple of days that you kind of get a lot of mental exhaustion.
Mhm.
But so we get to this event, okay, on Sunday morning it started.
Mhm.
Well, Saturday
Yeah,
afternoon
yeah,
when we got
yeah.
there and got
Saturday after.
registered.
Mhm.
So Saturday afternoon we get there and get registered. And we walk in the building and oh my. I'm like, we are in the wrong spot. There's people with tails, people dressed up like cartoon characters. They had some kind of anime convention or something at this
Yeah.
place. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wow. It's like,
It
wow.
was something.
It's, yeah, I was, wow. Yeah. And they had like a video game playing competition. We went by this one door and there must be 40 people in there. And they're thump, 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 on these electronic drums
Yeah.
to this
And I
computer
guess
screen
it's like
trying to do stuff. And it's like,
we don't understand it,
I
but
don't understand it. But they probably don't understand what we do either.
right.
But
Exactly.
but it's like, first thing I walk in there, you know, I mean, it's me. I mean, I go places, I do things, but that's way out of my wheelhouse, and I wasn't expecting it. I'm like,
But
what in the
you
world?
you played a video game the other day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that what was it? Call of Duty something or another.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway,
Just for about
it's a
what?
good thing that they turned the microphone off because I was not happy with them other players in that game.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, why you gotta keep blowing me up? Guy kept stabbing everybody, and I got set on fire 3 or 4 times. And I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, I'm getting car sick. Take the remote. I'm out of here.
So
So
you like paid for like what, 20 minutes? There are legitimately people who do this for a living. They play video games for a living.
See, I couldn't do it. I don't
But I mean,
have that ability. I don't have that.
how smart are they to get to do what they want and get paid for it?
Exactly. I mean, if you could do it, knock it
Right?
out of the park.
More power to you.
You do you, boo boo.
There you go.
Circle it back on that one.
But okay, so
let's
what was
see.
the other thing?
So the other thing was back to the bird thing.
Oh
So
my.
so we're there, and I'm like, hey, let's go down here because they got historical markers everywhere and stuff. And I was like, let's go down here by the rail and look at the river. And she's like, no. I'm like, why not?
He's
I
like,
s-
just walk down
I
here a
said, just
little
walk down, it'll be
farther.
fine. She's like, no.
No,
I said, why not? And she's like, birds. There's seagulls down there.
they're
And they poop on everything. And on cue, as soon as she said poop, the seagull in front of us was like, and it was like,
see.
well, he ain't gonna poop on you now.
Ugh.
So, and we was walking on the pier. We was walking on the pier today, and she stops and she's like, "Is there anything on my back?" And I'm like, "No, why?" She said, "That bird that just flew over me pooped on me. I felt it hit my back." And I'm like, "Let me see."
Look.
I'm like, "There's nothing on there." She's like, "I know. That thing tried to poop on me. I'm telling you." But it never pooped on her.
It's a real fear.
I mean, everybody's got a phobia of something, but
Mm.
you know, what would you call that? Poopophobia? I got a
Bird
poopophobia.
poopophobia.
Yeah,
I don't know.
poopophobia. So, but anyway, all right. Well, we've
wasted your time enough, I guess.
yeah.
But
We'll let the editing master do her thing, and
yeah,
you know we got to give
hopefully this
we got to
is.
give a little prop out for her because she's awesome.
Yes, she
So,
is awesome, and
yeah.
she works hard at it. So
She does pretty good.
yeah.
I think I've only listened to one episode, and that's because we was in the car and I didn't have any choice. Somebody turned it on, and I had to listen to it. So,
True.
you know, but once again, we thank you
Yes.
for listening.
Yeah.
We thank you for coming to the shop. We thank you for your thoughts, your prayers, anything of that sort that you give to us. We're eternally grateful.
Yeah. And if there's anything, again, that you would like us to do an episode about, just drop a note below and just tell us.
Give us a
and,
comment.
Yeah,
You know,
comment.
if you think it'd be cool to maybe get out and you know when we get some of this new stuff in, you know, if you're excited about the thought of us getting out and you know doing a video like this of it, or if you say we don't want to watch that crap, just you know keep talking about
that.
weird stuff or whatever. You know, we're just doing it because of peer pressure. so no. So,
But I will tell you this, give you a little hint and a little insight to next week.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch us again.
Yeah.
And we will be remote
again. So
on location.
Yeah. There might be. We don't know how it's going to go. We don't know how it's going to end up.
No.
But we'll be wearing matching outfits, looking fly. Or wait a minute, was it Gucci?
Yes.
Gucci. We
Gucci.
looking Gucci.
We will be Gucci. And what was that? Somebody said the other day something about Cap, right? Cap.
Yeah, Cap. Yeah.
Our banker.
Our banker later. Yeah, she said something about Cap, so it'll be Cap.
Yeah.
Because I think that was something about what'd she say? Something about no BS or something. I don't know. I have a limited amount of vocabulary that I use every day, and I think I used a little extra the last couple of days. So there's that.
But don't ever forget to like, subscribe, and get that notification button ring so that you can always catch a session of Bullshitting with Bubba.
Thank you. God bless. See you on the next episode. And remember, try the cobbler if you get a chance. Trust me,
in the South.
in the South. Yeah.
It was so good.
All right.
See you
See
guys
you later.
later.
Bye.